All right, so UFC 300 is this Saturday, and Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan is on this card. And yeah, I can't wait for this fight. It's probably the best fight on the card. And this is a great matchup, but I just don't see Charles Oliveira winning this. I think it's people are kind of just picking him because they love Charles and they don't like Arman. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't see him winning this. Let me know who you have down, who you're gonna pick for this fight down in the comments. And while you're down there, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get into it. So first of all, I think this is the best part. Not the best. The best comparison of their skill is both their fights against Islam. I think, like, you know, Arman on short notice went life and death with Islam. Okay, like that was a close fight. Meanwhile, him and Charles, Islam versus Charles, like even though these fights are years apart, obviously they've both grown since then. So, I mean, not both, like Islam and Charles, not Charles, Islam and Arman, they've both grown since then. So obviously, like, let's assume that Arman has grown as much as Islam. His grappling has gotten so good as well. Like, I think he's not going to be afraid to go to the ground with Charles either, just the same way Islam did. I think it's going to look the exact same. Arman versus no, Islam versus Charles is probably going to look the exact same as Charles versus Arman. Like, I don't think Arman is going to be afraid to go to the ground with them, with Charles, because like Arman is such a good wrestler. Like, you saw how he was doing against Islam. Like, they were basically like equal, Like, Islam was just slightly better, and on top of that, Arman was coming on short notice. So like, I think Arman's wrestling is good enough to where he's not going to be scared of getting his back taken and be submitted. So even though Arman was saying that's his only trick, I don't think his only trick. I think his best like weapon is taking the back and submitting Arman. But he's not going to be able to do that because Arman is such a good wrestler. So, that kind of rules out that, and then so it kind of just leaves the striking. And I think Arman will be able to outstrike, maybe not outstrike, but he'll be way more powerful. The guy is like, he's a lot younger. I think he's a lot more skilled than Charles on the feet. So I think he'll be able to get him out. Because like you saw the way he knocked out Beneil Dariush. I think that's another good comparison. Charles, people are saying Charles softened Beneil Dariush's chin. That's so stupid. The guy got knocked out before that anyway. By Alexander Hernandez. Like, you can't say that Charles Oliveira softened his chin. But Charles Oliveira got it done in round 2. And Arman got him out in like 1 minute. Like, I think Arman is a better striker than Charles Oliveira at this point. So I think when they fight, it's just going to be down to the striking, because the wrestling's kind of be... I think they're not going to want to wrestle too much. Just because they're both really good wrestlers. It's probably going to turn into a kickboxing match. But, like, I don't know. It's just... like, the way they both fought against Islam... Like, Charles, he got submitted by Islam. And then you've got Arman, who can wrestle almost as good as Islam. Obviously not as good. But, like, this is... I know it was a fight ages ago. But, like, if they both grew the same amount in terms of skill, I think Arman is going to be able to knock him out in round 2. And that's going to be my prediction. I think Arman's going to win this by round 2 KO. I think it's going to go down almost the exact same way, except instead of submitting Charles, he's going to knock him out. The same way as Charles versus Islam. That's really confusing. Arman and Islam, I think they're just kind of similar. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this matchup. This is probably the matchup I'm most excited about. Because another thing is, Arman is like the only guy who I think can beat Islam. People are saying Dustin. Dustin doesn't even stand a chance. Gaethje, again, his wrestling is not good enough to beat Islam. And Charles, like, I don't know why as a Charles fan, you would want him to win this fight. Like, if he wins this fight, he gets another title shot against Islam. And then what? Like, he got dominated. He didn't get dominated, but you know what I mean. He got beat the first time pretty badly. Like, he doesn't exactly have a chance to win again. It's not like it was a first close fight. So I think, like, if they do fight again, it's just probably going to be a brutal knockout like the Volkanovski one. So I don't know why you'd want to see a rematch between Charles versus Islam. Like he's not gonna win. So I think if he wins this one, it'll probably mean that he gets to have another like exciting fight against maybe Dustin, maybe someone else coming up, like maybe Gamrot. I don't know what rank he is though. But yeah, like I think Charles should fight anybody else. Definitely not Islam again because there's just no point. It's gonna be a brutal knockout and it'll be so sad. Everyone's gonna be complaining for a week, or they're just gonna erase out their memory like the Islam and Volk knockout because bro, that literally happened and no one talked about it. They just tried to erase it from their memory. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Also, the shorts that they announced, not announced, that they showed off, bro. I think the Max Holloway shorts. I don't know why everyone's saying it like looks cool. I don't think it looks cool at all. I think the concept one was better, where it was like red and then flowers on it. I thought that was way better. I think Gaethje's one is the best one. I like his one. Zhang Weili's one is pretty good, and then Alex Perez's one is, I think it's okay. I think it's better than Max Holloway's shorts though. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. All right.